Assalamu alaikum, peace be with you. Those of you who are still here anyway. My name is Imam Zia and I have the distinct honor of representing a local organization, MakeSpace, facebook.com/MakeSpace. Let me begin by unequivocally disavow, denounce, and condemn all terrorism, hate, bigotry, especially of the kind committed in the name of Islam. From San Bernardino to Paris, to Brussels, to Orlando, to Iraq, to Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Syria. Terrorism perpetrated in the name of Islam continues to destroy human life without discrimination. The overwhelming majority of victims of terrorism done in the name of Islam are, ironically, Muslims. Just today, and it hit home for me as an Afghan American, so-called Islamic State, which as another speaker called them or a terrorist state, they have said that they were behind an attack on a protest march in the Afghan capital, Kabul, that killed 80 and wounded 230 innocent people. And so this terrorism in the name of Islam continues, and there are people that jump to conclusions and stereotype and generalize about Muslims, questioning our loyalty, our humanity. This effort, as well as personal relations that we build with our neighbors and our coworkers and our classmates, are so important for us as American Muslims, because if we're not telling our story, someone else is telling it for us the way they want to tell it. And so we have a responsibility as American Muslims to reassure our neighbors not to believe in the hyperbolic, bigoted, often hateful portrayal of Muslims in the media. There are some amongst us in the Muslim community who subscribe to the victim narrative and are guilty of the stereotypes and stereotypical judgments that they're actually complaining about. Judgments about all whites, all Jews, all of the government, all Republican Party, etc., as folks, all of whom hate Muslims. The reality is starkly different. Speaker Ryan, for example, and many top GOP leaders rejected the suggestion of banning Muslims from entering the United States. There are thousands of Jews who advocate not just for our rights as American Muslims, but are also strongly pro-peace and for a just resolution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We must do away with the us versus them mentality. We're all one big global family of Homo sapiens. We are not different races. We are one human race with different families living in different parts of the world, speaking many different languages. The Quran 49:13 says, "O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of God is the most righteous of you. Indeed, God is knowing and acquainted." Our problems are our collective legacy. Violent extremism is not caused by history of colonialism alone. It is not caused by wars, conflicts, and invasions alone. It's not caused by an intolerant, incorrect reading of the Quran and the Islamic tradition alone. Extremism and terrorism in the Islamic countries and perpetrated by so-called Muslims, it is rooted in all of these causes as well as countless more. So there is nuance. The point is we're all in this together, and we must keep faith in the essential goodness that God has instilled in all of us as human beings. The global human family must put an end to bigotry, hate, conflicts, and violence, because it is destructive for all of us. The famous Persian poet Sa'di says, "Humans are limbs of one body and are from the same essence in their creation. When the conditions of time hurts one of these parts, other parts will be disturbed. If you are indifferent about the suffering of others, it is not appropriate to call you a human being." Thank you very much.